Hello, hello. It's Bridget, founder and CEO of Solution TeleHealth, Solution Wellness. Just wanted to do a quick Q&A because I know, with the practice I have, a lot of the products and services that I offer are new to some people. Some people are not all that familiar with it. So I just want to do a quick Q&A. If anybody has any questions, more importantly, you can send this video to anyone that you think this would be helpful to. Once again, I am a nurse practitioner, family nurse practitioner. That is my background. I opened my practice actually December of last year, primarily just telehealth. And then I opened my wellness clinic last month in April. So just primarily telehealth wise, I was doing the one-on-one consultations, and like the people who have seen me know that I kind of lead with, I do family practice, I do primary care, and wellness, weight loss, that affects so many issues, comorbidities, sleep issues, headache, joint pain, just so many things. So I get a lot of times in clinic when I'm busy, especially urgent care, we can see anywhere from 20 to 60 people a day, and we try to do quick 10-15 minute visits, maybe a little bit longer, obviously, if we're doing some sort of procedure. But in general, when people want to lose weight, it's when we're busy and they say, I want to lose weight but I don't know how, and then I try to give them a really quick rundown of what foods are healthy, what things they should be doing, but it's really quick. So I decided to open this practice, one, because I'm passionate about, preventative health care, because especially in the lower socioeconomic groups, unfortunately, eating healthy is they're just not taught that. I see a lot of adults that are actually, that are actually grew up in families who actually don't eat any vegetables. Like, vegetables are not a part of their diet. So, I just felt like, one, everyone can learn a thing or two about wellness, and being healthy, but, preventative health care just helps with, starting those healthy habits at a young age, so that, one, hopefully you don't get any, diseases, but if you do, you get them later on in life, which is, normal aging process. So, so in that case, I did the telehealth so that, my clients get 1 hour with me one-on-one. You have questions, we talk about your eating habits, your sleep habits, water, those type of things. What's your normal routines? And then I explain to you what I do, what I can provide, and then we see how we can incorporate it into your life. And what I try to do is I try to start small. Some people, they're go-getters. They can, jump right in and just, make a full 360. But in most cases, people cannot. They have those, I always ask, what's your must-have? People have those must-have. They love chips. I hear that a lot. Or potatoes, or they love pasta, or they have to have a cup of coffee, or whatever that must-have is. So then I try to work with you and say, okay, well, can we make this small adjustment? If you're going to eat chips, how about only eat this amount? Or can you substitute them? Can you try to do, like I always talk about, like the blue corn tortilla chips, like a healthier, high fiber option? If it's coffee, can you do some sort of substitute? Can you drink a little bit less coffee? So I try to do those smaller things, because one, it's hard to start anything new if you're not motivated, bottom line. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's starting a new hobby, a meal plan, if it's, whatever it is, going back to school, you have to be motivated. And it's really hard to be motivated if you're doing something that's really hard. It was hard the first time, then it's going to be hard the second time, because you're anticipating how hard it was because it was hard the first time. So I try to do very small goals, because as long as you reach the finish line, it doesn't mean you have to get there in 2.5 seconds, to get to the point of, feeling bad, or disease processes or stuff like that, weight gain. It doesn't happen overnight. So you can't expect the change to happen overnight. So I try to make this service so that, like I said, you get me one-on-one. We come up with the customized plan for you. So again, that's how the telehealth part started. And like I said, if people are focusing on weight loss, I can do some prescribed medications. Phentermine obviously is the most common. That is a stimulant, that is a controlled medicine, but it is an appetite suppressant. There's other options though. Saxenda, that's it's a higher dose, but basically it's the Victoza, which is a diabetic medication, but it helps with decreasing your appetite. So, I mean, that's an option. You got Orlistat, which I don't know if people know what Orlistat is. It was Ally before, over the counter, where it just helps with you, like, blocking some of the fat. Instead of you absorbing it, you poop it out. Quizma, which is like a low dose phentermine with, I'm trying to remember what's in there. I think it's Topramax, which is a seizure medicine. And you got Contrave, which is the naltrexone, and the Wellbutrin again, and a lower dose. So those are like the prescribed appetite depressants. Metformin's a good one, which is a diabetes medication. Some people use other ones like Vyvanse. Like, there's other options, but these are the ones that I decided to focus on. Also, like I said, implement my 1-2-3 Go meal plan. This is something that I created. Again, this is what I've been using for years for my patients who have hypertension, high cholesterol, diabetes, or they're just overweight and they want to lose weight. It's customizable. You know, I've tried to make it as simple as possible. I didn't want people to sit here and try to calculate 2,400 calories a day, or, you know, a whole point system. Now, don't get me wrong, you got to do some counting, but not that much, you know. And again, if you treat it like it's money, people tend to pay attention when it's money involved, you know. If, you know, I don't know, maybe it's a mom thing, but when you go to the grocery store and you're looking at a pack of chicken or something, and there's one for $11.99 and then there's another one for $11.02, chances are, you know, the mom's going to pick the one for $11.02. But it's the same as your diet. Are you going to sit here and eat, you know, pancakes and waffles and muffins and a big old glass of orange juice and, you know, blow through all your calories and all that good stuff in the morning, and then you still got the rest of the day to go, and you know that you like, I don't know, a glass of wine with dinner or a piece of cake with dinner? You know, you just have to be sensible about it. It's not eliminating everything. It's just being more sensible about it. How can you spread this out, you know, and not have all those unhealthy things all the time? Okay, so that was how the 1-2-3 Go meal plan started. And one, it was very easy for me to explain in a short amount of time. Obviously, if they come back, we could talk about it some more, see what goals they achieve, implement some more. But it's just easier because, again, that's how I treat my clients in primary care. If they, you know, newly diagnosed with hypertension or diabetes, I'm not just going to come in and say, you know what, stop this, stop that, stop this, stop. You know, it doesn't work that way. It's like, all right, what can we work on right now? What can you cut down on right now? You know, because I'll work with you. But let's make this easier for you, because at the end of the day, I could sit here and, you know, blurt out all these things and throw all these pills at you. But at the end of the day, you're going home. You have to take that medicine. You have to, you know, change your eating habits. You have to start exercise. You have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make it where it's more easy, and more importantly, we come up with the decision together. Because it's no point in me telling you, here, take these 7 pills, and you have a problem swallowing pills. Or you need to exercise 3 times a week, but you got a bad knee. You get what I'm saying? So I try to make it, you know, a partnership, and what can we both agree upon. Once I opened Solution Wellness Clinic in Maryville, that's now open, I wanted to implement some things right then and there. So again, still the same medications, but I want to add some wellness injections. So I do have the B complex, which that one has B vitamins 1 through 6, which I love because there's so many B vitamins people don't realize. But too, you know, B12, yeah, we all know B12 helps with energy, which helps with weight loss, but the other B vitamins are important as well. So the B vitamins help with, again, increasing your metabolism. It helps with, you know, giving you more energy. It helps with focus. It helps with mood. So a lot of times, you know, it's kind of hard to, again, focus on weight loss, focus on wellness when you're not in the mood. You don't have the energy, you know, that type of thing. So that helps. Again, I do have the B12, which again is for energy and metabolism. That one you can do up to twice a week. The the B complex is more so, you can do once or twice a week. I also have Lipo C. Now, I also explain to people, as far as I know, there are 3 different lipo medications. They all have the 3 foundations, right? That's the methionine, the isotenol, and the choline. Basically, those are 3 different types of amino acids that help with fat burning properties. But you got to keep in mind, if you're going to take a fat burner, you have to exercise with it. It's not going to just, you take it and all your weight's going to fall off. It's a little easier for guys, but because they have more lean muscle. But in general, with the fat burner, you got to do some sort of activity. Does that mean you got to do 90-minute workouts, you know, at Planet Fitness 72 days a week? No. But you definitely have to be active, okay, for the fat burner to really work. Again, you got the regular Lipo MIC that has the 3 fat burners that I explained. There's usually a Lipo B, different different companies name it different things, but the Lipo B is again the fat burners with the B12, and then Lipo C. Lipo C is the one I have. That one has the 3 fat burners. It has B1, B5, and it has L-carnitine, which again is another amino acid. This one helps with it helps with energy and metabolism, but it helps with recovery. So if you're exercising, one, it gives you the energy to do so. Yes, you're going to burn fat, but 2, it helps with the muscle recovery, because that's another thing. When you don't exercise for a while and you go and decide to go do this great workout, usually 24 to 40, I know me, it hits me in 48 hours. 24 to 48 hours, you're sore, right? Because you're exercising, a little biology. You go into anaerobic respiration, and your body builds up that lactic acid in the muscles, and you get really sore. And you're usually sore for a couple of days or so before your body kind of flushes out the lactic acid. So again, the L-carnitine helps with that. Also keeping hydrated and keep moving also helps with you flushing your system out as well. But that's where the L-carnitine component comes in. Also, I have biotin, which, depending on who you ask, some people say it's vitamin B7, some people say it's vitamin H. But again, that one, it helps again with metabolism, which all supports weight loss, right? Energy production. But the biotin is also good for hair, skin, and nails, okay? So I know a lot of people, when they take hair, skin, and nail vitamins, or hair, skin, and or some sort of hair product, it can have biotin in it. But that helps with that component as well. Next, I have, what is the next one? Glutathione, my favorite. I love glutathione. One, I tell everybody, I call it the stem cell of antioxidants. Most people call it the powerhouse of antioxidants. And that's because it works directly with your mitochondria. Again, biology/chemistry lesson. Your mitochondria is one of the most important parts of your cells, okay? And you have that in every cell of your body. So the glutathione, your body naturally produces it, but your levels can be lowered with normal aging process. That's one. But 2, with stressors. So 1, just being stressed, lack of sleep, illness, chronic illness, alcohol, cigarette use, environmental toxins, heavy metals. Unfortunately, a lot of our foods are filled with pesticides and hormones and preservatives and fillers, buffers, all that good stuff. But all those things can lower your glutathione. So your glutathione, again, is what helps kind of protect the cell so that it can function, in its capabilities. So when your levels are low, you know what I'm saying, then the chances are your cells are not going to replicate, and you have cells everywhere, and do what they're supposed to do. Over time, your cells are dying. So if you have all this cell death, that causes aging, premature aging, that can cause, illness. It can affect your sleep. It's a lot of, there was my kids driving by, I'm waving at them. So getting your glutathione levels up helps with, cellular replication. So it's important because you need that everywhere, okay? Like I said, skin, your cells everywhere. So glutathione also, I think it's some of the Asian countries, they use it a lot, the cream topically for skin lightening. It does help with skin. So a lot of people who have autoimmune disorders like psoriasis and stuff like that, glutathione can help with the psoriasis. There is research out there that glutathione helps with Parkinson's. I've seen some interesting research that also it can help with autism, because they're saying that kids that have autism, they have lower levels of glutathione. So keep that in mind. Okay, other inflammation issues, joint pain, stuff like that. Also, if you have chronic respiratory issues, because those are usually mediated by, inflammation. So if you got COPD, cystic fibrosis, really bad asthma, it can help with those things as well. Neurodegenerative disorders, again, I don't say everything, but a lot of your disease processes are caused by inflammation. So the glutathione helps a lot with that, because again, like I said, glutathione, it helps with the oxidative stress, the environment, all those things. And I don't know how familiar people are with oxidative stress, but if you have a lot of that, obviously we worry about the C word cancer, because the cells aren't replicating the way they're supposed to. So I love the glutathione. Again, you can take that once, up to 3 times a week, but I would just say twice a week is optimal. That one you can pair, because also I am a Nutrimatrix distributor. So I explain to people, if they want to do the glutathione, you can do the injections, and you can continue to boost your glutathione levels naturally by taking curcumin. We have a supplement called Curcumin Extreme on my Nutrimetrics website, which is www.nutrimetrics.com/solution wellness, which is also on my website under the service page. But the curcumin, that's the active ingredient in turmeric. I know a lot of people hear about turmeric. That's the new craze now. People are putting turmeric on their food. They're taking turmeric capsules because of the anti-inflammatory properties, which help with joint pain, stuff like that. But the active ingredient in it is curcumin. So we do have a curcumin supplement. And once again, I joined this company because one, there's a lot of science and research behind every supplement that they bring out, but more importantly, I like it because of the bioavailability. You're not just taking a supplement that's full of buffers and fillers and stuff like that and you poop it out. You actually absorb it. You actually feel the difference. It actually works. So I use their supplements. I love their supplements. But yeah, we have Curcumin Extreme, so that's an option. People can do the glutathione injections and continue the Curcumin Extreme. Did I list? Oh, vitamin D3. That's my new addition. I did add vitamin D3 because, again, that's the latest craze. A lot of people have low vitamin D level, which, a lot has to do with, one, your environment. I know in the Midwest here, there's a lot of pollution. We got winters here. They can last like 11 months out the year, so there's not a lot of sunshine. So a lot of people's vitamin D level, and also people don't really drink milk like they used to. A lot of people drinking almond milk and soy milk and all those good things. But they don't have enough of the calcium, vitamin D that people need. So a lot of people will have low vitamin D levels. So low vitamin D can affect immunity. That actually affects your immune system. A lot of COVID patients are treated with zinc, vitamin C, and vitamin D. So it also helps with fatigue, brain fog, depression. There's such thing called seasonal affect disorder. So really, really important to get your vitamin D levels optimal. So I did do the vitamin D3 because that's the one that's actually produced by the sun. So that's the most natural form. I do have that in a monthly injection because it's like 100,000 IUs. So it's a pretty high dose, just monthly. But the injection, that one's for only vitamin deficient. Okay, so if your vitamin D level is not within range, then you can do the injections. If your vitamin D level is within range, then I would suggest just taking the oral supplements. I do have, again, for my Nutrimatrix line, it's a vitamin D with K2. Again, it has the K2 in it to help with even more bioavailability, to make sure that it's actually absorbed in the bones. And that supplement you can take daily. Whether you're deficient or not, you can take that one. But yeah, the injections I definitely would not recommend without getting vitamin D level on you first. And if it's within range, then I would say go straight to the K2. I mean the vitamin D3/K2, not the other illegal K2. The other option is, I don't have it yet, but the next on my list is to order the Lipo B, which I talked about, because a lot of people want to do the B complex and the lipo injection, which I don't combine, or we can break it up and do it like half and half. Because like I said, my Lipo C has B1 and B5. The B complex has, B1 through 6. So I am looking to, in my next order, I try to do group orders. I will do the Lipo B injection, so that way people can get the fat burner plus the B12, and if they want to add the B complex, they can do that. So that's next on the list. I did start offering a collagen aloe drink. Basically, it's the aloe supplements. We have an aloe powder with xanthan, which again is another antioxidant. There's so many different antioxidants, like flavonoids. There are so many. Turmeric, but this one has xanthan in it. But aloe is good, one, for hydration. So like if you're dehydrated, one, you need water, but aloe helps with hydration because it has a lot of nutrients in it. It also helps with skin. It also helps with digestion. So like if you're someone who deals with like acid reflux, stuff like that, it helps soothe your gut. And then the collagen helps again with healthy skin, hair, nails, bone, joint. So a lot, again, if you're having like a lot of joint pain, collagen also helps with that. If you're working on weight loss, collagen's a good option too, because with weight gain, weight loss, the skin does a lot of stretching, and if it happens quickly, then your skin can't really catch up. So the collagen kind of helps to keep that elasticity, keep the skin tight, which is good for people like doing gastric bypass, stuff like that. So that way they're not, just having a lot of just saggy skin with a lot of stretch marking. That would be a good supplement for them to start before the surgery and continue with the surgery. So yeah, I have the collagen aloe. So basically, I just bought filter bottled water, and I have the 2 supplements, and I keep the water cold. It's just an option because I know with COVID and everything, option for the client if they want me to mix it for them, or I just give them the water and the supplements and they mix it themselves. But the collagen, again, all the supplements are natural. The collagen actually, I'm trying to remember. It's I think it's, oh my God, I can't remember. I think it's from either fish or algae. So just keep that in mind as far as allergies. Anyway, when you go to the website, it will give you all of that. But the collagen is a very concentrated taste. You can take it alone, just squirt it in your mouth. You can just mix it in water by itself. You can mix it with other supplements. Some people mix it with trim tea and kind of make like a trim iced tea collagen type drink. I like it with the aloe because the aloe actually tastes pretty good. So it really balances it out. But that's available in the clinic for $10. I'm just trialing that right now. I want to see people's feedback, and I take the collagen anyway, but I want to see people's feedback, see if they like it, and maybe it'll be a regular menu item. What else do I have? Oh yes, I have 2 new supplements. Well, not 2 new packages, I'll say. It's the PT-141. So that's a compounded medicine, so that's why it has that long name. And basically, this one is for men or women. I am doing a live, sir, so close my door. Thank you. Tyler being nosy. PT-141 is a combo medicine. It has I can say it right, bremelanotide, which is, I don't know if anybody knows the trade name, Vyleesi, which is known, it just came out a couple years ago, but it's a prescription medicine known for women with low libido. But if it's for low libido, not related to postmenopause, low libido that's not related to antidepressants, because I know a lot of times antidepressants, that's one of the side effects. Women can have low libido. So it's not made for that. It's just for people who are diagnosed with low libido. And low libido, basically that just helps with, getting in the mood for, sexual activity. So it has that in there. It has TeleHealth, which is a medicine used for erectile dysfunction, so it helps with blood flow to the genitals. For women, it's a much lower dose. But we have a men's dose that's a little bit higher. And it also has oxytocin. That's another one of my new faves. I love oxytocin because that's something that's already made by our bodies. Oxytocin is, responsible for our women out there for helping with childbirth, helping with breastfeeding, lactation, all that type of thing. But some people call it the love drug. Actually, some people take oxytocin. Close the door. Let me hurry up because he just can't handle the fact that I'm not paying attention to him. Anyway, so it's called like the love drug. So it's your body produces oxytocin by touch. Like when someone touches you, you produce oxytocin. It helps with that closeness, that connectivity. You feel like you're in love. Some people take it orally actually to help with anxiety. But so this combo med is a little bit of everything. So that's why I love this med. One, I like combination meds. Instead of you getting a big dose of one medicine, which increase the risk of side effects, you get small doses of a couple of medicines that, one, can help target a couple of different areas, but two, it decreases the risk of side effects because you're not getting one big dose. So that's why I like this compound. So again, like I said, the TeleHealth, that dose is different for men, for women. Women, I think it's 2.5 milligrams, and for men, I think it's 10. But basically, it's a sublingual tablet. You take it 30 minutes to an hour before activity, and it can last anywhere from like 2 to 8 hours. It just kind of depends on the individual. But again, it has those 3 components. So, men, usually, not everybody, but men who have issues with, ED, this can help with them, because that's usually the issue. Guys can get in the mood, but they can't get up in the mood. Whereas women, a lot of times is, oh my God, I'm tired. Why is it bothering me? I got to get up in the morning. I just dealt with the kids all day. Like, we don't think about getting in the mood. So it has the oxytocin. So it also helps with sensitivity, like the touch, everything, all that you can feel. The sensation is increased. And also oxytocin has known to help with orgasm. So it usually that's you know, the women department. So if a woman's having issues with orgasms, the oxytocin will help. And more importantly, if they're already having orgasms, they can actually have more orgasms because of the oxytocin. So just keep that in mind. You only take 1 tablet a day. You don't take more than that. And you don't have, this is not something you take daily. You just take it before sexual activity. So that is in my O package, which includes, you know, if you're new, your initial consultation, and a month supply of the combo medicine, which the month supply is 15 tablets, and the shipping handle, because that gets shipped directly to you. And then the big O package, again, is the initial consultation, the 15 tablets, shipping and handling, and it also includes the Nutri Sexual Health Supplement, which again is isotonic. All of them are isotonic, which means that it's the same pressure as your body, which means that if it's the same pressure, your body's more likely to accept it. High bioavailability, but that one also helps with increasing your libido, which again, the libido for men and women helps with arousal, getting in the mood, things like that. That one you take daily, because that one helps, you know, build those naturally, and helps again with the blood flow to the genitals. So it just depends. Some people can just do the sexual health formula and be fine. Some people may want to do the sexual health formula regularly and then have the tablets for when they're ready to get in the mood. It's clearly up to you. I try to make all my products a la carte, because that seems to work better for people, because everybody, sorry, I got a text message, everybody don't need everything all the time, you know. So get what you need right now, and then you build from there, because that's essentially what I did. I started with the Nutri multivitamins, which I love because it has the methylated B's in it, which are easier for your body to break down. So when I take it, I feel it, like it's immediately absorbing your system in 15 minutes. I feel the difference, and then I just kind of built from there. As far as supplements, you know, just keep trying and adding and see, okay, do I need all of this every day, or I take certain things certain days? So like today I took the Bliss, because I knew I was going to be running around like crazy. So I said, I am taking the Bliss. I haven't taken it probably in about a week, but today I said I needed it. My son's prompt is today, and then also, you know, I have to do e-learning with the little one who keeps opening my door. So again, I tried to make it as a la carte as best as I can, so that, like I said, in some of these things you could go to my website, you can just order on your own. You don't necessarily have to come see me. All the supplements online, you don't need a prescription for, you can order them. Now obviously, like I said, if you're trying to do the sexual health sublingual tablets, or you're trying to order some of the prescribed weight loss medicines or the injections, yes, you have to be seen. If you're just doing like the B12, stuff like that, you could come in and just get the B12. I mean, like I said, as far as the vitamin D, you need labs first, or I need copies of labs. I need something to see that you're insufficient or deficient. But in general, like I said, you just work it out the way that works best for you. And then if you want to do monthly visits, you want to do bi-weekly visits, you want to do weekly visits, or you want to be seen monthly, but you want to come in twice a week for injections, that's fine. Whatever works for you is the way I'm trying to cater this, because again, I try not to come and just throw all this stuff at you, and you have to do it this way, and you have to see me and pay me for this and all that. That don't work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just customize it for what works for you. Like I said, a combination of both, the injections and some of the natural supplements, or you only want natural supplements, you only want injections, you only want prescribed, or you want prescribed and natural. Whatever works. And again, like I said, I do labs in the office, and there are the basic labs that honestly everyone should get. I do a complete blood count, which is your white blood cells, red blood cells, platelets, that type of thing. I do a CMP, which checks like electrolytes, your sodium, potassium, chloride. I check kidney, liver function. I do a thyroid, a TSH. I do a A1C, which is a 90-day average of your blood sugar. I do cholesterol, which checks your LDLs, your HDLs, your total, your triglycerides. I do vitamin D. The only difference that I do in my clinic versus when I'm doing primary care or urgent care is I added vitamin B12. I don't typically check vitamin B12 in urgent care, primary care, unless they're deficient. But in my practice, I do, because I do prescribe a lot of B12. So it makes sense to, you know, see where your B12 is at, you know. But those are the basic labs. And I do them in office. I send them out. I usually get the turnaround in about 24 hours. Once I get them, I do upload them to your online portal, because when you're a client of mine, you have access to the online portal, and you'll get a message from me or from my practice saying that, you know, you have a new document uploaded, click here, you know, to open it, and you can print it, you can save it, whatever. You know, I get them from actual pharmacy, actual lab. So those documents are yours. If you want to show them to your primary care doctor or whatever, they're your results to keep. I go over them with you. But honestly, it's the same, just basic labs that everyone should get at least once a year. So yeah, I do that as well. Height, weight, that type of thing. Like I said, I have you complete a questionnaire again, asking about eating habits, past medical history, those type of things. Like I said, natural supplements in general aren't harmful, but it's good to know what your past medical history is. Good to know what medications you're on, because obviously we don't want to give you something that's going to like decrease the effectiveness of important prescribed medication. We don't want to give you all these vitamins and stuff, although they're healthy. But obviously, if you have some kidney issues, that could create a problem for like toxicity, because if your kidneys pretty much metabolize almost all medications, kidneys, liver, but mainly the kidneys. And if your kidneys aren't functioning properly, how are you going to metabolize and excrete this vitamin? And then we're going to keep building it up, and that's not healthy either. So it's always good to get a good baseline so that we can see where you're at. So I just want to explain all of that. Hopefully that helps. Like I said, pass this along. Weight loss, like I said, I try to think of it as a lifestyle change, not a diet. Diet is temporary. If you're changing your life, it's for life. I don't care if you're getting plastic surgery, tummy tucks, mommy makeovers, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. You do what you feel you need to do with your body. But what I try to explain to people is you still have to change your eating habits no matter what, because then you're going to waste all that money and then you can gain the weight back. Okay, so very important, and changing your lifestyle. Like I said, I even use this meal plan for pregnant women. It's safe. I'm not, nothing too strenuous, nothing too crazy. We're not eliminating food groups and stuff like that, because you need everything. You need some sugar, you need some carbs. So that's the way I try to build my whole program. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm trying to remember. What was it? We talked about the meal plan. We talked about the injections. We talked about supplements and the things I prescribe. Eventually, I'm working on IV hydration. I want to do that next. Honestly, like I said, the custom blends from Nutri, you can make a custom blend, and they're all, like I said, high bioavailability, literally the same as the IV hydration, and it's a lot cheaper. You can get a month's supply of customized supplements for you for about $200, maybe $250, whereas IV hydration can run you anywhere from $150 to $250 per infusion, and most people do them weekly or bi-weekly. So just keep that in mind. I do want to put some custom blends together for like recovery, after working out and stuff like that. Some for like PMS and immunity and stuff. So I'm still working on that. I'm still going back and forth. I got a couple pharmacies I work with, so I always do my research, and I talk to the pharmacist personally about any supplement. I don't just bring them out. I do my research. So that's something I am working on eventually. I could have sworn it was one other thing, but I can't think of it. So I guess that's it for now. So again, I hope you find this helpful. That's what it was. I'm also working on doing either, I'm not sure, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly webinars. My partner from Nutri, she's willing to help me. She's also a nurse practitioner, and she's a certified bariatrician for over 11 years. So she's very knowledgeable about health and wellness. She helped open up a lot of functional medicine practices. But we talked about, she brought up the idea about doing like some webinars, because again, health and wellness is not just about, being skinny or being thin or losing 20 pounds. It's overall. And we want to do each webinar, we want to focus on one thing, because again, you can't learn all this stuff in one setting. So we want to do one on, weight loss, or do one on vitamin D, or do one on, headaches, or sleep health, or sexual health, or digestive health. What's your poop look like? How often are you pooping? That tell us a lot about your health. So those are some things that I'm looking into as well. So just get in touch with me, message me if you're interested. Like I said, I'm not sure how often we're going to do them, but I do want to just do that and do different subjects each time, so we can go further in depth. And again, do a Q&A, because again, I want this to be a holistic type of wellness practice where we focus on everything. Weight loss, like I said, is important. It does help you to be healthier, but it's really hard to get started if you're in pain, if you're fatigued, if you have headaches. Those type of things slow you down. You're sluggish, you're bloated. Like, all those things count. You didn't get nookie because you can't get it up, whatever. But those things, or it's not sleeping well. All those things play a factor. So we got to make sure you're well from head to toe, because that's what really matters. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.